Good morning, guys, and welcome to a day in the life with me while I spend it at home because it was a snow day. We ended up getting about 7 to 10 inches of snow. I have no idea. But that meant that I got the day off, being that I work in a school. So I started off the day by letting the dogs out and then hopped in the shower and got dressed. I needed to help with the driveway because the plows would be coming through at any point and I didn't want to end up getting a ticket for sure. And then headed inside to get some breakfast. And this is like my go-to breakfast as of late, but I just put an egg, and I like mine over easy, and I put some chili oil in the pan and kind of just fry that, and then I get some avocado, mash it up, put it on the toast. And I really prefer sourdough, and this is like a cranberry sourdough, so it's like elevated, and this egg is just perfection. And then in order to get some greens in and some fiber, I sauteed some spinach in the residual oil and then just topped that on my toast, and this turned out so good. Definitely fast forward past this part if you don't like runny yolks. But I waited to make my coffee until after breakfast because I've heard that it's bad to drink coffee on an empty stomach. So here I am, and we just got this Nespresso a couple of weeks ago, and it's been a game changer just because when I had my old espresso machine, I was still going to the coffee shop. And since getting this machine, I have not been to a coffee shop, and these pods are still a little bit expensive, but they've saved a considerable amount of money, especially in the long run. I was heavily debating making a caramel macchiato, but then I remembered this white chocolate syrup, and I have some white chocolate raspberry creamer from Chobani, and I love this stuff, 10 out of 10. And so I decided to make a little raspberry white mocha latte, and I prefer whole milk. In my opinion, it's just superior for lattes, but I definitely understand oat milk or any alternative. And I just put a little bit of the syrup and the creamer, milk, and topped it with the espresso. After getting my laundry started, I sat down and I was watching a couple of YouTube videos, and then Moose brought his ball up to me and he just drops it in my lap. So I just played a couple of minutes of catch with him and chilled and watched TV. And then shortly after, I switched the laundry and then it was done in the dryer, so I went to go and get that and put my bed together. I have like 6 of these wool balls that are used in the dryer just as an alternative to those single-use dryer sheets, and I thought it was really funny. I got those rainbow ones a little bit ago, and they just are a lot more staticky than the ones that I've had for a while. That ladybug one and then this bumblebee one. And the funny thing about this one is that Moose had tore off 2 of the stripes, and that's why there's only 1 stripe on the bumblebee. So then I got the bed all put together, and a funny thing about the way I put my bed together is that I actually skipped the flat sheet and then we just have this soft like micro fleece, I think that's what it's called, blanket. Just put that on there and it makes it so much easier. And I put the top blanket on so that whenever Moose jumps up, he's not jumping on the bed with his dirty paws directly. So at this point, I decided that I was going to clear off some of the random junk that I have just laying around my room. My nightstand, I cleaned this off a couple days ago and it got worse. And then up by the TV stand, it just collects a lot of stuff. And there's another one of the dryer balls. Ugh. And then like the amount of chapsticks that I have is wild. Here's a quick intermission. My dogs love these dried sweet potatoes and we just get them at Costco. They're like 12 bucks and they love them. And then here's like all the stuff that came off of the shelves. It's wild. But like, joke's on me because I actually didn't get all of that sorted. There was so much stuff and I got like overwhelmed. So I just shoved in this box for later. After I got done organizing, I decided that I was a little bit hungry, not too hungry, but I just decided to get started on a later lunch. And I've been making this, as in like yesterday, I made it 2 times, once for myself and then once for my significant other, like yesterday and today, and it's so good. So it's like a creamy sun-dried tomato pasta with some seasoned salmon and then this like extra fiber pasta, which is so good. And this like sauce is so creamy, and I added a little bit more spinach, of course, surprise surprise, and plated it up with this orange poppy. Okay, so I'm just sending an email to my professor because I have several concerns. One is that my boss has not heard from her. I'm doing an internship with my social work degree, and my boss has not heard from my professor, who is like overseeing my internship. And so that's a little bit concerning. And then also, when I was looking at my transcript the other day, it said that I had not yet fulfilled my general education classes, which is like really concerning because I want to make sure that I'm on track to graduate. And basically, like this semester in the spring, I'm not allowed to take any other courses. And so if I don't have a class, or if I have a class that is not fulfilled yet, that's really concerning. So I'm sending an email hoping that is kind of just like a fluke or it can get worked out, because I need to graduate ASAP.